been 2 years since the murder of rap star PnB Rock in broad daylight. He was from Germantown, you may recall. He was shot and killed while eating lunch at a restaurant in Los Angeles. And now there's new exclusive video coming out that sheds light on what really happened that day. The news magazine True Crime News is devoting a special edition tonight to the never-before-seen videos. The host of the True Crime News, Anna Garcia, joins us live here right now at CBS News Philadelphia. So, Anna, tell us about this video, this surveillance video.
So it's got two components to it. One is the actual shooting, the murder. And what that video very clearly shows is that PnB Rock Rakim Allen never stood a chance, because the shooter came in, put the gun up, asked for the jewels, and within seconds he was already shot. So the opportunity to hand over the $500,000 in jewelry wasn't even there. And PnB Rock was carrying a gun. He had it in the back of his waistband, but didn't even have enough time. The man is shot, and then the shooter, you can see him grabbing the jewelry off of him, also points the gun to the girlfriend who's having lunch with him, takes some of her jewelry, but she is not shot.
Now let's talk about the girlfriend, because at first, wasn't there kind of like an implication that maybe she was involved in some way on this?
The implication was she had posted a picture from Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles where this happened.
So the location, she's saying where we are.
Where we are, and she posts a picture of the food, the chicken and the waffles, not of them, not that she's with him. And then the shooting happens. But what we didn't know now that we do, what we didn't know then that we know now is that that photo had nothing to do with the murder of PnB Rock. The setup had started the minute he walked into the restaurant. He's wearing $500,000 in jewelry. There's someone there who spots him, does a fist bump. We see this on the video. He contacts someone else, a father and son team. And the food was delayed by almost 40 minutes. But it was just slow that day in the restaurant. So keep that in mind. She didn't get to post that video, that photo, till much later. And it was those two that were responsible for the death of PnB. Revealing about what happened. He never stood a chance. And then the agony that she goes through in the interrogation room, she couldn't go to the hospital with him. When you see her fear and her agony as you know, the world is just blaming her for something, and she starts blaming herself, and it wasn't her fault.
Well, we look forward to watching this thing.
As cops work the scene, word quickly spreads. PnB Rock was dead, and the geotagged Instagram post showing her meal.
It's my fault, oh my God.
The deputy DA confirms their investigation shows PnB was set up, and Stephanie's post had nothing to do with it.
In that photograph was only the food. There wasn't an arm or jewelry or any type of wearable items, nothing valuable on the post. That could not have given enough time to orchestrate a plan.
Instead, it all started with a man named Tremont Jones.
Does anybody know who they are when they walk in?
Immediately, Tremont Jones, the gentleman who was sitting right inside the door that fist bumped PnB Rock, knew who he was. Tremont Jones loiters at the Roscoe's. That's just his hangout spot.
Detectives soon gathered hours of surveillance video that pieces together exactly what happened in the minutes leading up to PnB's murder and after. From the moment Tremont walks outside, he alerts another man named Freddie Trone to come to Roscoe's. Prosecutors say they acted like two old-school gangsters.
So how is it that Tremont Jones tells Freddie Trone who and what is going on?
The information was relayed, who and what, and the opportunity to get maybe $500,000 is sitting inside this restaurant.
Roscoe's surveillance cameras record Freddie Trone arriving in the parking lot. He chats with Jones.
They're speaking, and at this point is where my position is that the conspiracy was triggered.
Trone leaves, but quickly returns with his own 17-year-old son.
The son is dropped off. He exits the rear driver's side, and he has a full face covering and this very distinctive purple Fruity Pebbles shirt.
Cops say Tremont Jones stays outside as the teen brushes past him.
Once he's inside, Tremont Jones knows plan is in action. And at that point, we're seconds away from seeing a muzzle flash captured inside a very grainy camera inside Roscoe's.
Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in. And first and foremost, I do want to send condolences to the entire family of PnB Rock. He had children, the mothers of his children, also parents, brother, any other close family, loved ones, friends, and people that dealt with him on a day-to-day who are still going through it with this loss and still grieving this situation right here. Most definitely condolences and prayers up to all of them. Also, most definitely, rest in peace to PnB Rock and God bless his soul. And I had the links in the description where you can watch the clips in the beginning in full from CBS Philadelphia and where they had the situation with True Crime documented it. The narrator came on there and explained what was going to be happening on there, how they went deeper into the storyline and got real facts and details from everything that transpired. And as I watched this, I said, wow, this did put a different light on it. And if you go back to 2022 when it happened, I'm on video saying, we got to wait and see. I said, bro, we can't just blame this girl, dog. We can't just throw it all on this girlfriend and the location. Yes, it can be that simple, but you can't just look on the internet and think that that's how it went down. I was pressing that line like, bro, how y'all just jumping out there on the, I got a lot of backlash, and this ain't about me at all. I was just saying that, bro, you can't look at that and say that. Now it comes out in details that they were at that restaurant for 40 minutes, and the guy who just hung out at the restaurant, he was part of the plan. He was part of the situation where he just seen him walk in, recognized him. Okay, bet, what's up, boy? Gave him a little dap like, that's PnB, what's good? Da-da-da. Whole play getting ran the whole time. Food take 40 minutes to come out. So by the time she dropped the location, everything already in motion. And this is how these things happen. This is how these things work, bro. It's so many counterparts that's going on. That's why I say you need a time frame for these things before you just start pointing who did what. Because when the details come out, it could tell a very different story. Nah, the two guys, one was sentenced to 11 or 12 years for his role in the murder. Then the other guy got 31 years to life who went and picked up his son. And to my understanding, his son was released on these charges because he was a minor at the time and everything like that. And I just say this too as well. People are going to say, oh, man, rappers need to stop wearing their jewelry. Rappers need to stop flexing. And multiple things can be correct at one time. You know what's in the shark. You know what's in the water. You know the sharks is in that deep end. You know the gators is in that deep end. You know the swamp get real muddy and it get real grimy in there. But at the same time, we still humans, bro. Dog worked hard for his success. He should be able to wear what he wants to wear. And that's how he felt. Like, hey, I would hear the way he spoke and me just making my judgment on it. Like he would say things like they said on here, man, it's in God's hands. It's in God's hands. And I can't tell nobody not to feel that way because he feel like, hey, bro, whatever going to happen is going to happen. I want to wear what I worked hard for. I want to enjoy the fruits of my labor. This is me. I don't feel like I'm being myself. Now, when you got a family, you got babies, you got loved ones and people that care about you, you want to do your best to avoid these things. But at the same time, we need to work on our situation in this community, bro. Ain't nobody life worth, ain't no amount of money worth you going to take somebody's life, bro. You ain't going to do nothing but blow the money off. When you going to stealing somebody's jewelry, that ain't no real money. I don't care if you broken, ain't got nothing going on right now. The consequences of you taking somebody's life and jewelry is going to be way worse, 10 times as much, 1 trillion times much. Is not worth the amount of money you would have had to bust down with others as opposed to taking it away from somebody, man. It's more robberies that go on people that are not rappers. Just the rappers got the name, the fame, and the hit songs and talent that make the mainstreams and headlines and make it a big story. It's regular people that get robbed for jewelry all the time, bro. Older women that get robbed for jewelry. I just think people got to, just reevaluate what they doing, and we got to get that up out of the society of like, man, let's stop taking stuff from people, off of people. I just say this with PnB Rock, man. I was talking about him like a week and a half ago with him in that song with Lucci with Every Day We Lit, and I remember he was just going dumb and working with Kodak Black, everybody, dog, and that nigga was turned up. Rest in peace, PnB Rock for sure. 1000. Stay on your pivot. Won't come.